5-Year Mission Minisodes, Episode 2.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Minisodes. Last time I did one of these was for a fandemonium thing. This time around, it's because I had 2 guests drop out on me this week. So basically right now I'm inside my closet, and I'm just going to do a quick solo one. So what we're doing is we are going to preview Star Trek Mission Chicago real quick. We are going to be performing all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 times a day, 20 minutes each. We are not going to be doing the typical house band thing, like intros and outros for all the guests, but this time around we are going to be performing 20-minute sets of our actual songs, our original songs. So you'll be able to see us on Friday at 11:10 before the Will Wheaton panel, 12:40 before the Enterprise cast panel, and at 2:10 before the Deep Space Nine cast panel. On Saturday, we will be performing 12:40 to 1 before the George Takei panel, at 2:10 before the Discovery cast panel, and at 5:10 before the Kate Mulgrew panel. And then on Sunday, we are performing at 12:10 before the William Shatner panel, at 1:40 before the Walter Koenig panel, and at 3:10 before the Women of Trek cast panel. So that'll be kind of fun. I mean, that'll be way less work for us, so lots more time to hang out at the booth and meet people and go around and actually see the other panels and everything. So the other thing that I wanted to cover, Star Trek Mission Chicago, ReedPop, actually just recently launched their app and also released the full schedule for the weekend. And just kind of wanted to go breeze through a few of these, a few little highlights here and there. Let's see, we got IDW Star Trek comic book spotlight. That should be kind of a neat one for all of you that are into the books here. On the main stage on Friday, we got the Will Wheaton spotlight, which obviously we've been looking forward to seeing Will again. Last time we saw him was actually in Chicago, and that was the first time we met. And you can actually go to our Facebook page, look under our cover photos, and you'll see a photo with the 5 of us with Mr. Will Wheaton backstage. Let's see, we got a first look at Star Trek Online. Knew they got some new story updates coming, so for all you Star Trek Online players, that'll be kind of a neat one. There is a panel called the Lgbtq Plus Collective. I'm sure there are also going to be more details on these. Actually, let's see how interactive this is. Okay, yeah, actually on the mobile app, if you just click on one of the panel titles, it gives you a full description. The LGBTQ Plus panel is a group of LGBTQ Plus Trek fans, and they chronicle the history of queer and trans representation throughout Star Trek, from the vague allegories we claimed as our own in the early years to the out and proud celebration of discovery. What did the binars of TNG get right and wrong about non-binary identity? So yeah, that sounds like an interesting one, and like I said, with the way that our schedule is on stage, I might actually be able to attend that. Let's see. There's a lot of cosplay and family stuff too, so that'll be good if you're actually bringing kids or like young teens. That'll be kind of neat. The Enterprise cast panel at 1 o'clock on Friday. That should be a neat one. That is with, let's see here. That is with Dominic Keating, Anthony Montgomery, and Connor Trinneer. So that'll be a fun one. We're playing right before then. And of course, we're playing Faith of the Heart before they come on. So obviously that's going to be a neat one. In one of the side rooms, actually, is the Doug Jones Spotlight panel. So you can see him outside of just the regular Discovery cast panel later in the weekend. There's also the Deep Space Nine cast panel. And that includes, let's see if I can just pull it right up. Alexander Siddig, Nana Visitor, and Chase Masterson. So that'll be a fun one too. Learn How to Draw Star Trek is one of the family ones. Let's see here. Who is Star Trek artist Gavin Smith. Yeah, I've seen a lot of his work with the comic books. Science and Star Trek Discovery, and that is with Professor Muhammad Noor and Aaron McDonald. and that should be a really neat one. They actually are, I believe, both are consultants for Star Trek now. Of course, there's the Lower Decks panel on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. And that is with Tawny Newsome, Jack Quaid, Noel Wells, and Jerry O'Connell, and Mike McMahon, the creator of Star Trek. Lower Decks is going to be there. There is the James Cromwell spotlight on Saturday at noon in one of the side rooms. The George Takei spotlight, of course, Saturday at 1 p.m. on the main stage. Always good to see George. Hoping Brad's in tow, as per usual, his husband Brad. There is the Star Trek Discovery cast panel on Saturday. Unfortunately, I know as of this recording, Sonequa Martin Green actually had to cancel her full weekend of being at the con, but she is going to be there on Friday. So I'm sure they're probably going to be rescheduling a panel with her for Friday. Let's see. There is also, the Strange New Worlds panel on Saturday at 4 p.m. on the main stage. That should be a pretty neat one because I'm sure with the show coming out, we're going to be getting a lot of insight into what the show is going to be entailing, and I'm sure we'll probably wind up seeing some new footage, and that is with Anson Mount, Rebecca Romaine, Ethan Peck, Celia Rose Gooding, and the executive producers Henry Alonzo Myers and Akiva Goldsmith. So yeah, that's coming out May the 5th, and so I'm pretty stoked to see what Strange New Worlds is going to be bringing us. There's also a Picard cast panel in one of these side rooms, room W470. That is at 5 p.m., and that goes pretty much right up against 5:30 with the Kate Mulgrew panel on the main stage, and also a live book reading from her because she has a brand new book. Let's see here. We're already to Sunday. There is a Future is Female Women's Representation in Star Trek panel, and that is going on in one of these side rooms, the W470 room again. There is the Star Trek Prodigy panel. Now, I'm going to go ahead and admit that I have yet to watch Star Trek Prodigy, but one of these days, actually probably before the con, I may sit down and try to binge the entire series so I know what the heck is going on and I'm not confused as to why there's a whale-looking thing in the show. Let's see here. There's also an improvised Star Trek panel. The USS Sisyphus, Improvised Star Trek, a podcast and stage show, creates strange new worlds live on the spot with improvised performances, special effects, and more from episode title suggestions. Oh man, I may have to attend that just to see. There's also a Star Trek tattoo panel, which I have a couple of those on my forearm here. Also Sunday at 12:30 is the William Shatner Spotlight. Always good to see our captain on stage. There's Trek fan trivia at 1 p.m. in the W470 side room. Another Learn to Draw Star Trek. That seems like it's going to be probably a pretty popular one. 2 p.m. you got the Walter Koenig Spotlight on the main stage, and he's always pretty entertaining. He's getting up there in years, and he no longer really cares what he says. This was one I was kind of looking forward to. I don't know if anybody has followed the Disco Does D&D on Twitter or on, I believe they're on Twitch, but that is cast members of Discovery, and they actually get together and play Dungeons and Dragons. So that might be a new one. 3:30 p.m. In 471B, that is Star Trek Save My Life, and that is with Bill and Dan from Trek Geeks along with Heather Barker. That should prove to be a pretty good panel. Hopefully a lot of people can attend that. But they are also up against, on the main stage, the Women of Star Trek panel. And that includes Nana Visitor, Michelle Hurd, Issa Briones, Robin Curtis, Annie Wershing, our new Borg Queen, Chase Masterson, and Natalia Nogulich. So that should be a good one. That's going to be kind of closing out the weekend from the looks of it. Yeah, that is closing out the weekend. Again, that is on all this information was gleaned from the Star Trek Mission Chicago mobile app. You can actually find that both on Android and in the and iPhone. Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact terms for both of those stores. The App Store and Google Play, I believe it is. Anyway, yeah, that is the most mini of episodes you are going to get. Really wish I had more, but I wanted to get some content out there. Really looking forward to seeing everybody in Chicago that's going to be there. I know we had a couple people, like Debbie Ranke. Unfortunately, she has to have some hand surgery. Big fan of ours. We haven't seen her in a while, so hopefully we will get to see her again sometime soon. Her husband Rich is going to be coming in her place with a little photo of Debbie on a stick, apparently. But really looking forward to seeing friends. Really looking forward to seeing a lot of people that we haven't seen in years, because they are mainly people that we normally would see in Las Vegas, but we have not been out there for a while. Another cool thing about the app is that it also lists the weather. There's also the full guests listing. There's the photo ops and autographs you can do from there. There is the map of the show floor. We are not currently listed on there. I have an email in to get us listed, but let's see here if there's anything of note here. Of course, Fansex, wow. I'm not even going to edit any of this. Fansets is going to be in booth 2216. And if I remember correctly, Trek Geeks is not too far away at booth 1926. There's also a T-Mobile booth, all kinds of stuff. Science Division has a booth there, Women at Warp, all kinds of fan booths and everything. There is a full-on map of the show floor on the mobile app. And there's also a button where you can actually report harassment, which is kind of a nice little addition. Thank you, Reed Pop. That'll be kind of nice because, as always, remember, cosplay is not consent. If you want to take a photo of a cosplayer or any guest there, please be sure to ask permission. Ask permission to take a photo, let alone go up and start touching their costumes. That is a giant no-no. Hands to yourselves. If you want to ask permission to maybe touch the cloth that it's made from, what kind of materials they're using, maybe just ask. There's no need to go up and touch somebody at all in any situation. Cannot stress that enough. And also, if you see us out and about, I know we've had this in the past, if you see us walking around, please say hello. We've had a lot of people say, "Oh, I was afraid to approach you, you looked busy." Now, if we're not in the middle of a conversation, please just stop us. We'll be glad to, one of us will be glad to talk to you, depending on how in a hurry we look. Anyway, that is going to wrap up this short little mini-sode with a little preview of Star Trek Mission Chicago. We will see you in a few days live at the McCormick Place in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. See you guys there.
Thank you for listening to this episode of 5 Year Mission Podcast. If any of you are interested in listening to more of our music, you can check us out on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes or pretty much anywhere that you can listen to music. Just search for 5 Year Mission and we should be the first thing that comes up. If you would like to contact us in regards to the podcast or anything else that you want to talk to us about, you can email us at 5yearmissionband@gmail.com.
And for more information about the band, you can go to 5yearmission.net and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
5 Year Mission, the podcast, is a production of Coconut Media Works. Executive producers Bill Smith and Dan Davidson. For more great Star Trek discussion, discover the other shows of the Trek Geeks Podcast Network at trekgeeks.com or find us in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.